West Virginia students recently showed improvement on the National Occupational Competency Testing Institute exam, which measures technical skills and workplace readiness. The latest results reveal a 68% passage rate, which is up 4% from previous years. And that's really exciting stuff. And here to tell us all about it is Adam Cantor with the Department of Education. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So it's a big name, but it's an important test, more commonly known as a NOCTI exam.
Yes.
What is it exactly, and why is it so important?
Absolutely. So the NOCTI exam is actually a national test for career technical education. So in our state, we have 65 program pathways that students can participate in, and the NOCTI exam is a way to measure how well they learn the technical skills. So it is important because it really shows how well we are preparing students to enter the workforce.
And it's great news to know that we have a 4% increase. What does that tell us about our students?
Yeah, absolutely. It basically shows a commitment from not only our students, but our teachers and our administrators to buy into the fact that this test is important and that it's truly preparing students for a career. And I think the students are bought in because they truly enjoy it and they want to, have future employment in the field.
And how does this boost in numbers? How do we see this continuing to grow? I mean, we're really preparing our students for the workforce, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. And since we started this in about 2018, we started this testing process, we've gained over 20% in that span of time, which is really impressive. And it shows that we have, not only have we shown great growth, but there's a lot of potential to move forward as well.
It's so reassuring because at a time when most people would argue like, oh, I'm not going to use this ever again. I don't need to know how to do this. And then it turns out like, well, what we are learning in the classroom, these students are really ready for the real world.
Yeah, I think that's the key to all of this. A passing score on this test basically says I'm ready to enter the workforce in welding or carpentry, or we have pre-engineering, we have biomedical sciences, we have all of these career pathways, which is ultimately the goal of education, isn't it? I mean, it's a way to get to a career, and these students are invested because this is what they have an interest in, and it's hands-on education that's actually leading to where they might actually have a future career.
You mentioned some of those trade professions, which are definitely growing in popularity. I don't have the numbers, but I know that they are. Do you have one that you're personally impressed by and how prepared these students are for hitting the ground running with the trade school and just really enjoying the fruits of their labor right away without a 4-year college?
Yeah, a lot of those, when we look at manufacturing, when we look at our welding students come out with welding certifications, we have a great agreement with the State Fire Marshal's Office that if you go through our programs, you can immediately sit for the electrical journeyman's license, which is really cool for our students. And we've seen these students come in and they might not be who you would typically think would be at the top of the class, and when they get into something they love, it just totally shifts their perspective. And it's the great thing about career technical education.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would really like to add that I think we owe a great gratitude to our teachers and our administrators and these people who work tirelessly. Oftentimes they don't get the accolades that they deserve because these students go through so much in today's world, and our career technical education teachers are giving everything they have to help these students get a career.
Really impressed with our students, and I'm glad that you gave the teachers a shout out because it's absolutely true, because without them, this wouldn't even be a thing to be celebrating in the first place. Where can we go for more info, or perhaps to see results of this exam? Where can we just go for more info?
If you go to careertechwv.com, it has all things career technical education, from the data of testing to just being interested in participating in one of the pathways for CTE.
All right, Adam Cantor, thanks so much for joining us here on Good Day at 4. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, our Chief Meteorologist Spencer Atkins will have a check of the forecast.